Okay, so the left-hand one was your sort of before swing. Okay, we can see even before the club's gone back sort of hip height, you're moving laterally, the knee and left just going side there, and now we've got the lift up and you moved a long way off the golf ball.
Yeah.
You compare that to this.
Good God.
How still your head is.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
And look how good that backswing to me.
That looks,
that
I don't want to go any further than that.
Exactly,
Anyway,
you don't need to,
why did I need to all
Exactly. That to me is an absolute class position.
Yeah, that's not
You could
bad.
you could take that out of the screen and stick that on a ladies PGA Tour thing and say, right,
the elbows are together.
everything is perfect, it's lovely, exactly. Now from there, all you've got to try and feel now as you bring the golf club back down, there's no need to reach for the golf ball. You can reach the golf ball nicely. We can just rotate through and release up onto the left side without any stress of... A little bit more, yeah, but I think because you felt sort of close to the ball, someone's like, oh, stop.
Yeah.
And you instinct, because if you think about it, from where you are at the top of the backswing here, you are at 7.2, you're making contact with the ball at about 7.5, 7.6.
Yeah.
It's a split-second decision to sort of make that adjustment, and again, instinct will take over. So once you suddenly get too close to the golf ball, you feel closer, because obviously that distance from the ball here, if we measured that gap from there to there, from there to there, you're closer.
Yeah.
So now your brain's going to go, oh, hang on, I'm close to the ball. When your instinct was kicking, you were sort of reaching out for where the ball used to be, you caught off the hosel or hit the ground behind the ball.
Yeah. No,
now it's almost getting used to almost catching sort of a little bit more connected with the swing, so your arms aren't sort of reaching out for something you don't need to reach for, which, as we said, hopefully will alleviate that stress on the back of the shoulder blades.
You know, I mean, I can't feel a difference in it, but I can see why
I think, and you're not going to really feel it until you play a full 6, 9, 10, 12 holes, so you get a full test of it, to say.
I mean, that I can see what I'm doing there. I am.
That's great,
reaching,
exactly.
With all these shoulders.
Exactly. You're moving a long way, you're stretching up to try and get as far and wide as far away as possible. So when you come back to the golf ball, there's a lot of stress on them because you're...
less effort in that.
That looks so much easier, doesn't it? It looks great. Honestly, it looks really, really... I'm not just saying that. That looks a really good position there. You could sort of stamp that again. You could have, I know, Charlie Hull, George or whatever, all the ladies on tour.
But they do manage to get through the ball a little better.
Well, okay, to be fair,
it'll come.
I wouldn't say you're not getting through the ball there. That's a fairly good movement. I think you could argue the hips haven't quite come through fully. But again...
too busy wondering where the ball's gone at that point, because I think, did I hit it?
Exactly, has it gone there when we're going sort of thing. But overall, I got there's a much better movement there.
I'll probably do better when there's nobody watching me.
Exactly. But the one thing, and this is where a lot of time people come from, they'll keep the head down mentality, which we've been told for years.
Well,
that head, at this point here now, your head should be looking where the ball is. It comes to a little bit later now, but if you look at there now, that sort of movement on the side of your, this left side of your neck especially.
You could almost let the head come through a little bit earlier.
I wouldn't say just lift there, but just let it come through. If you were throwing a ball, you would naturally kind of throw a ball and just go that way. You wouldn't throw a ball and go... And that's kind of how you're...
That's where they always used to teach you that. You keep the head
back in the 80s, head down, sit on the gun stool, head down, left arm straight. And then from here now it's all this, and then the reverse, see, and then you're in the car back with the bar back. That was golf back in the 80s.
You can see the way that the youngsters are playing. There's a lot less stress on their bodies.
And that's
what they want to play for the next 30 years.
Well, you look at someone like, for example, Macro when he came on tour was 21. He's looking to play basically 60.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Look at Tiger. He played till he was 40, and now he's ruined. I mean, mentally he's a bit more of a different shot away, but
the stress is going through his legs.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It wasn't going to work. So less. So much more over the ball. So practice that. You can say again, guard can stand there at knees, but you just sort of put a club, sort of stand opposite, then just hold the club to the side of the head. That's just you're going to swing against that line rather than moving into it, or get the shadow with the sun behind you. You can. That's quite a good one because you'll see when hang on, you can see the movement quite quickly rather than sort of just allowing that club to sort of rotate.
We've got a mat now with these little plastic, light balls.
That perfect. Exactly. And in some ways, see how many shots you can hit there under. I don't want to go too long, but maybe sort of 40 or 50 shots, just see how that feels after a while. And sort of go to 25, if that feels okay, next day do 35, and do 40, and just build up to where you think, this is getting a bit pain.
Well, I'm not worried
if you get to 55 or 60,
then now. I just want to get back into playing golf and it not hurting.
Exactly, there's nothing worse.
If I keep going up every time I play.
But looking at that backswing, it won't be very long before you start getting the scores back down again, because that's a great position. So, the more we can get to there, Jan, the better. Really. That's just off the ball and see your head's moving and all that.
I don't think I was as bad as that when I had the lessons.
Oh, no. That's only come into recently.
Exactly.
And
that's why this is all happening.
That's where the pain's coming from, to be fair. So fingers crossed that could hopefully reduce the pain, right, Jan?
I'm sure it makes sense.
Good stuff.
It does.